I'm never ready for this. There's too many of y'all here. My name's Alan Northrop. I was, back in January of 1993, I was accused of nasty rape crime. I grew up small town, Woodland, Washington. A lot of you probably know where it is. It just went from me getting accused and names brought up and rumors going around and that I looked like a composite sketch, and that's where it went from. A certain police officer who had run-ins with one of my family members apparently implemented me to the detectives that were in charge of the case, and that's where it started. So, of course, I said I didn't do it. I'm not the one. They interrogated me. I even did a lie detector test, which I failed due to being nervous, stressed, I guess. I don't know. But and they still were coming at me. They still could make an arrest. More time went on, and eventually I was arrested for the crime. I need to back up. She did not appoint me out in a photo laydown. The victim did not. But then 3 months later, I was doing some time for a petty misdemeanor thing, and they did a lineup, and that's when she pointed me out, and that's what stood for the credibility of her side of it. So anyway, of course, I took it to trial, and I was tried. She pointed me out in the courtroom, and that was pretty devastating. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, I was convicted, and I did 17 years for it. I appealed from the time I went to prison all the way up till 2001, when I wrote a letter to Jackie McMurtry, the Innocence Project, University of Washington. It was just all based on he said, she said type of stuff, and that doesn't go through. It's just all rubber stamped, denied. You have nothing coming, basically. So I wrote a letter to Jackie, and all of her followers helped me. Well, they came to my rescue, or my family, as far as I'm concerned, and got me out of this. So, thanks to DNA and the experts who did the testing, and here I am. April 21st, 2010, I got out under provisions. I had to jump through a little bit of hoops, but at least I was out. I had 3 kids that grew up without me. Kayla, she was my oldest. She was only 5. My son Jeffrey was about 2.5, and my youngest son Alan was only 2. So that disturbs me when I think about that. I get to see him grow up, but I'm with him now, and I talk to him all the time. So that's all good. So that's pretty much it. As far as dealing with all the overwhelming transitioning of being out, it's awesome, but it's real scary at the same time. I got to make decisions now, and I got to kind of plan ahead on things, and it makes me panic sometimes. It's hard. So, but it's, like I said, it's really awesome at the same time. It's overwhelming, and I've had nothing but support from everybody. So, really cool. I guess that's it.
Good evening. My name is Ted Bradford. I'm an exoneree from Washington State here. I did almost 10 years in prison for a crime I did not commit. I was finally exonerated in 2010, 15 years after the crime occurred, and I got incarcerated and the whole thing started. It's been a long journey, difficult. Last 2 decades, I guess you'd say. I'm still struggling right now with the same things that Alan talked about, readjusting to society, reconnecting with family and friends, and trying to find work all at the same time. It's just really kind of difficult at this time. I guess Jackie pretty much told you everything about my case. It was a false confession case where I was brought into the police department and questioned for almost 9 hours. And I repeatedly told the detectives that were investigating this that I had nothing to do with it. I'm not the guy. But every time they would tell me that I was lying, that I wasn't going to leave the room until I told them the truth, which is their truth was they wanted me to say that I did it. And unfortunately, after over 8 hours of being handcuffed to a table in a jumpsuit and endless barrage of questions and accusations, eventually I just caved in and just told them, all right, I'll make a statement, and just to get out of the situation. Also, like Jackie mentioned earlier, they at one point in the interrogation they were saying that they had biological evidence that would prove that I did it. And so I was thinking, well, if they did have that, it doesn't matter what I say. They'll just do the testing and all this will be cleared up. But unfortunately, when it came time for that, when the trial came around, the testing, the technology, I guess, back then wasn't as good as it is now. So it came back that there was no results. So based on the confession, the false confession that I gave, I was convicted and sent to prison for 10 years. And I did 9.5 years out of that sentence. That's about all I could say. It's been, like Alan said, it's been good being out. I got a lot of support from family and friends. If it wasn't for that, I don't know where I'd be right now, because like I said, it's really hard to find work. I have to rely on my family and friends for, support and to survive, really. So, and I'd also like to thank Jackie, Lara, and everybody at the Innocence Project. I can't thank them enough for all the hard work that they've done. It's been really great having you guys there for us.
Yes.
Yeah.